Jackson digs it out. Hunzinger with a setup to Rivers. Rivers delivers. Pass to the basket. Gets the friendly roll to go right there. Ava Cook now with 4 points to go here. Drives, finds Camden Bell. Right wing three is up. And good. Yes. Camden Bell making it rain, baby. Gerald for battling in this bat so far. The 1-2 pitch. Gets her swinging for strike three. A job well done by Zoe Koger getting the strikeout for out. 3-1. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the left center field. And gone! Quentin James with a big fly of his own, a two-run shot. Good evening once again, basketball fans, and welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com and the IHSAA Champions Network here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana, here with tonight's home opener of the 2025-2026 Lady Raider basketball season here tonight as we welcome in the 4-0 Delta Eagles as they take on your 1-0 Wapahani Raiders. Again, as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Our student statistician and sideline reporter unfortunately could not be here tonight, Bailey Clapper, but we hope that she will be back tomorrow night. I do try to do more of that, especially here during basketball season. With some of our sideline reporting for both boys and girls basketball games. So again, we hope to have her back out here tomorrow night. But we'll get right into things here with our Raiders Live pregame show presented by Next Home Elite Real Estate hometown realtor Courtney Felton. Wapahani coming off of a opening season victory over Muncie Burris there on Tuesday night, in which the Raiders won that one by a final score of 35-32. Obviously, this is a little bit of a different look to this team. We talked about it there in our there on Red and White night last Friday night. It is what it is. You pretty much have 100% of your scoring gone from last year's team. So, the only two returning players that had any kind of really valuable varsity time last year was Zoe Koger and Ava Cook. Addison Denny, I think, might have gotten in there some every once in a while. Bella Richardson, same deal. But everybody else really didn't get much time. Claire Merle might have gotten in a few times. But it's just one of those things where, you have to adapt and adjust. And, it happens. Players graduate, move on. You have to have a new wave of players come in and make their own name. And not only that, but as a team, we've always been accustomed to good ball teams out here. And I think, in all honesty, I think that we'll still have a good year. No doubt, these girls are going to, have to roll with the punches here at times throughout the course of the year. You're going to face teams that have much more experience than you do. I'm not saying that, the experience necessarily is everything, that's what wins every single ball game. But, when you have as young of a team as we do, we have two girls in our starting lineup that are freshmen. Now, granted, they are good players, but still they're freshmen, they're inexperienced. But, that's why, you got to put them out there, let them gain experience along with everybody else. Like I said, we only have two returning players that had any kind of varsity time last year. And so it's kind of new for everybody. And, these girls are continuing to learn. They're continuing to gel together as a team. And, I think that, in all honesty, I really believe that this will be a good season. It might not necessarily always be pretty. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys, but these girls, it's a young team, but they work hard. They really do. And I know, at least from talking to head coach Scott Hudson, from what they do in practice, they work hard. They're willing to learn. Now it's just using what you've learned in practice and put it into action throughout the course of a ball game throughout the entirety of the season. And these girls are going to continue to get better and better every game. At least that's the thought and the hope behind it. So we're really looking forward to this year, and we hope that all of you are as well, and hopefully the players and the coaches are as well. But we're expecting, hopefully a hard-fought ball game here tonight between Wapahani and Delta. So please stay right here with us. Again, this has been a Raiders Line pregame show presented by Next Home Elite Real Estate Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton. We'll be back here with tonight's national anthem as well as the starting lineups and tip-off here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Pass to the basket, gets the friendly roll to go right there. Ava Cook now with 4 points to go here. Drives, finds Camden Bell, right wing, three is up, and good. Yes, Camden Bell making it rain, baby. All right, fans, it's time to get down to business here tonight as we take a look here at the rosters here for both teams. First, we're going to take a look here at the non-starters for the visiting team, the Delta Eagles. Again, the Eagles coming into the ball game here tonight. As I mentioned, they are 4-0. Okay, they have some really good victories here on the season. And it's a tough group, no doubt about that. And we're coming off of a good win, but hopefully this will have some of our momentum riding right into this one here tonight, and hopefully get a great victory here over the Delta Eagles. So the starting lineup here, again, presented by the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association. Starting at guard number 1, Addison Barnes. At forward, number 4, Olivia Marshall. Starting at the other guard position, number 14, Elizabeth Bambadelli. At guard, number 23, Griffin Knight. And at forward, number 31, Jillian Bargan. Tyronda Benning is the head coach here for the Delta Eagles. Trying to tie things right in here with the PA announcer here this evening. Okay, so the non-starters here tonight For your Wapahani Raiders, number 2, Maya Mitchell. Number 20, Claire Merle. Number 22, Taylor Felt. Number 23, Bella Richardson. Number 31, Arian Williams. Number 45, J.C. Sexton. Number 50, Maddie Grove. And again here for your Liberty Perry Alumni Association starting lineup. It will look like this here for the Wapahani Raiders. Starting at guard, a 5'3" senior wearing number 12, Zoe Koger. At the other guard position, a 5'7" junior, number 21, Ayla Cook. Starting at one guard, a 5'8" freshman, number 24, Noah Baker. At forward, a 5'11" freshman, number 25, Savannah Fitzgerald. And at forward, a 5'7" junior, number 32, Addison Denny. Again, the head coach here for the Raiders, Mr. Scott Hudson. He's assisted by Caleb Henderson and Adam Faulkner. Folks, we'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here with tonight's tip-off here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back as we get tonight's game officially underway here at 7:32 p.m. here on this Friday, November the 21st, 2025. Again, that ball lost out of bounds. Possession will stay here with Delta. Again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me, cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy again. Our student statistician, sideline reporter Bailey Clapper could not be here tonight, but again, we're hopeful that she'll be back hopefully tomorrow night, or at least at the bare minimum next week when we broadcast. We've got 3 games next week, so it's going to be a very busy week, and we'll ramp things up rather quickly right here as we'll have a jump ball situation tie-up right there between Marshall and Denny. They're battling for the rebound, and again, a possession arrow will favor Wapahani in this instance. And that pass picked off. First turnover of the night here for the Raiders. And now the Eagles will give it right back to us. This will be their first turnover of the night here as well. Oh, long court pass. So Koger will set things up, and now on the freshman Noah Baker. Baker here on the left side, guarded heavily there by Addison Barnes, and a 5-second call here on Baker. So make that 2 turnovers. Again, tonight's game presented by Sam Pierce Chevrolet, again a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. Right side 3 from Knight, no good. Rebounded by Marshall up top. Barnes drives, kicks. Now Barnes, that was the bar originally. That was off the mark, rebounded by Baker. Her first of the night. Again, she had 11 rebounds in that first game there against Muncie Burris. So did Savannah Fitzgerald. Baker gets to the middle of the lane and ends up dribbling that right off the shin. Knight up and good for 2. And that's going to be off the foot there, Bambadelli. Again, some of the keys to the game right here, one specifically right here, how are we going to be able to handle the pressure, and are the Raiders going to be able to take good care of the basketball? We can't afford to give Delta extra possessions, and unfortunately, that's exactly what we've done so far. We have 4 turnovers within, a minute and 50 seconds into this ball game. So that's going to be a very important key right here. Again, the timeout taken here by Wapahani But again, can Wapahani take better care of the basketball? We've got to play smart basketball. Not only making smart decisions on both sides of the ball, but taking good shots, making good decisions. And then on the defensive side of the basketball, being able to defend and rebound. We've got to do our best to limiting Delta to one shot or less. So got to keep them off the boards. Again, Jillian Barr is quite the beast on the inside. Her and Janiah Johnson both have an exceptional start to the season. Barr with 9.3 rebounds on the year on average. Johnson with 6 rebounds per game. And that will be another Raider turnover. So already 5 of them. No good that time. Loose ball. Barnes comes away with it here in the corner. Now another loose ball and another turnover here for the Eagles, their second. All right, so now Wapahani's got to make good of this opportunity right here. And that's going to be off the hand of Barnes. Right side here, Bamadelli underneath to Barr, goes up for 2. And that shot will be blocked by Fitzgerald. And Savannah, again, another freshman coming in at right at, says 5'11", had 5 blocks there in that game against Muncie Burris on Tuesday night. I'll tell you what, that young lady's got a real nice future ahead of her. As long as she continues to be hard at work at the game of basketball, I guarantee you she's going to be a tough one, not only this year, but in years to come. Koger here at the top. Again, she had 15 points the other night, led the way there for the Raiders in her senior campaign. Passed underneath, and Baker will be fouled. So she will head to the charity stripe for 2 of them. The foul will be here on Delta's number 1, Addison Barnes, her first, team's first here of the quarter. First one will be up and good for Nola. Second of 2. Will be up and good as well. Nicely done. Noah Baker gets the Raiders on the board here for the first time this evening. 2 points and a rebound here so far. Left side here tonight. That ball will be taken away again. Already 4 turnovers here for the Eagles. Again, coming into the night, they averaged 17.8 turnovers a ball game. So again, although they are a good, solid team, they are turnover prone. So the foul here on Barnes, that's already going to be her second, team second, which could prove to really be detrimental here to the Eagles because Barnes, their leading scorer so far here on the season with 18.3 on average. This timeout taken here by Delta. So we'll go ahead and stick right here with you again for our Air Park Door game break. 4-2 is your score here through the first about 3 minutes and some change. But I think, again, Wapahani right now, you start getting Barnes in some foul trouble, getting Jillian Barr into foul trouble as well. I mean, those are your 2 key players to really hone in on there of Delta that, I mean, they're tough to solve. I mean, they are outstanding players. Not that none of the rest of them aren't, because they are. But those are your 2 key players that you really have got to take a good hard look at right here and what they're able to do out here on the basketball court. So the inbound here to Ava Cook here into the backcourt. 4:37 to play here in the opening quarter. Cook will get that one taken away from her. And right now, again, if we can take better care of the basketball, holy cow. I mean, Barr right there good for 2, but I mean, this game could very easily be a 3 or 4 point lead for Wapahani right now, just as, if we was just to take better care of the basketball. And right now it's just been a struggle. We'll have another foul. This will be on Jillian Barr. That will be her first, team's third. Baker inbounds to Cook. And deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Wapahani. Addison Denny to inbound. And was looking for Baker, and that pass is picked off. Bambadelli cross-court pass, Knight for 3, no good. Rebounded by Fitzgerald. That's her first of the evening. That ball passed up floor, and that will be last touch by the Raiders. 9th turnover now for Wapahani. Absolute killer right now for the Raiders. Got to get it cleaned up, and they know it. It's not like they're out here intentionally trying to turn the ball over, but I know it's frustrating. Underneath, Bambadelli to the right side corner to Marshall. Steps inside right near the right side elbow. Now Barr underneath the Barnes. Quick passes. Marshall's 3 is up. No good. Rebounded by Cook. Her first of the night. And again, some heavy pressure. And we will get a foul. Looks to be here on Delta. So the foul will be on Olivia Marshall, her first, team's 4th. Tell you what, we still have over 3 minutes left in this quarter. If we can get another foul, that's going to be 2 free throws for the rest of the quarter. Again, Barnes right now with 2 fouls. I'd be looking to get the ball to Nola. Barnes is guarding Nola Baker, and that's going to be a 5-second call now on the Raiders. Get under 3 minutes to play here in the quarter. Just underneath, Barr with the old up and under, and got Cook with the foul. So the foul there on Ava Cook, her first, team's first. 2 of them here for Jillian Barr. Barr on the season, 44% from the line. As she'll knock down the first one, 7 of 16 coming into the evening. The second of 2 up and good as well. And down it here to Cook. Now Koger. I'm not sure what in the world just happened right there, but the layup will be up and good. And we will get another timeout. Richardson will now come into the ball game. It will be a full timeout on the floor taken by Wapahani. So they will have 3 timeouts remaining. 10-2 is your score. Stick around here with us. Again, tonight's game presented by Sam Pierce Chevrolet. We'll be back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back with our Air Park Door game break in Delta 10, Wapahani 2, here with 2:31 to play here in quarter number 1. Again, if you're just tuning in here for the first time this evening, we would like to say welcome to the WHS Network. Again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Appreciate you all for spending your Friday night here with us. Again, we've got back-to-back nights of Lady Raider basketball to begin our winter season off here tonight. Tomorrow night we'll be right back here at home taking on Daleville. That'll be a JV start time, 6 o'clock varsity game to follow. We have a foul here on Richardson, her first, team's second of the quarter. Again, we would like to send a couple shout-outs here this evening to our wonderful friend Barbara Wilmoth, all the way down there in South Carolina. Also, I'd like to send a shout-out to Bob Taylor and everyone else that's tuning in wherever you're watching us from. Thank you for being supportive of us, and more importantly, these student athletes out here on the court for both Delta and for Wapahani. Means a great deal to us, I'll tell you that. So again, we'll have a tie-up down there. Again, the possession arrow does favor Delta. So Addison Barnes will inbound it here for the Eagles. Under 2 minutes to play. The shot fake there, that was by Harper Timmerman, and then Barr will go up strong there for 2 and gets fouled. The foul will be here on Wapahani's number 25, Savannah Fitzgerald. That's her first, team's third. Can appreciate our officials here tonight. Again, for all they do. Again, if they're not here, we can't play. So we appreciate and respect our officials here tonight and every night. As Barr cashes in, 4 for 4 already here for Jillian Barr. So that ball deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay with Wapahani. Again, the pressure put on here. Again, 13 turnovers right now for Wapahani here in this first quarter. And make that 14. Again, yeah, we'll probably get to a number here where I will just stop announcing, how many, because again, I don't want to essentially beat it to death here, but it's definitely been a struggle as Timmerman will knock that one through there for 3 points. So Bamadelli will head to the free throw line for one more. The foul will be here on Wapahani's number 12, Zoe Koger, her first, team's fourth. In comes Addison Denny for Zoe Koger. The free throw attempt will be up and good there for Bamadelli. So the foul now on number So the foul was on Addison Denny. First put up 23, and then switched it to 32. So the foul was on Denny, her first, team's fifth. Again, Barnes up and good there on the first one. That's her first point of the night. The second of 2 up, no good. Rebounded there by Baker. Okay, so the foul was on Bamadelli. We was trying to gather that from the referee. So the foul on Bamadelli, that is her second. Team's fifth. First one's up and good here for Baker. So Koger back in. Richardson will have a seat. Knight also in for Delta. As Bamadelli will have a seat. The second of two up and good as well. So great start here for Noah Baker. Has all 4 points. All 4 points came from the free throw line. And to go along with that, she's got a couple of rebounds. Timmerman gets inside, dumps it down low to Barr. No good. And then goes right back up with it and picks up the foul there on Fitzgerald. So Barr will head to the free throw line for one more. Again, Barr on the season through 4 games. 7 of 16 from the free throw line. She's already 4 for 4. And make that 5 for 5. So a full timeout on the floor taken by the Raiders. This will be their third charge timeout. We're still in the first quarter. It is 24-4, 55 seconds to play. Stick around here, folks. We'll be back right after these messages. All right, folks, welcome back. Again, just coming out of the break a little bit late right here. As Baker will corral the rebound, her third here of the night. Koger here at the right side, dribbles down the top of the key. The screen set there by Denny. Cook back to the top, gets into the lane. He's looking for Fitzgerald. And that ends up in another Raider turnover. Three from Knight, in and out, no good. Barnes with the rebound and gets fouled on the way back up. The foul will be on number 32. Addison Denny, her second. In comes Bella Richardson. Ava Cook will have a seat. The second of two here for Addison Barnes, up and good as well. And that would do it here for the first quarter. At the end of one, 26-4, Delta leads it. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here with our Air Park Door game break. It is Delta 26, Wapahani 4. Again, just now getting into the second quarter. That was a very lengthy first quarter of action. But both teams back at it here for quarter number 2, and we hope everyone's enjoying the broadcast so far. Hopefully the Raiders will kick things in a high gear here. Because again, it's been a unfortunate start to the ball game here for your Raiders. But again, they just got to keep plugging away here. Got to keep working hard, possession after possession. Yes, the score is what it is, but if you start getting some defensive stops right here, and we've got to take better care of the basketball. If we start doing that, I think we'll start seeing some success here. But until we get to that point of taking better care of the basketball, and because majority of Delta's points right now are off of turnovers. It's nothing that Delta's done necessarily offensively. It's their defense is fueling their offense. Nice deflection right there from Koger. And it's going to be lost out of bounds off of Delta. That'll be their 5th turnover here of the half. Baker cross half court. Oh, gets it to Richardson. Again, facing some heavy pressure. Baker down low to Fitzgerald. No good. Rebounded there by Timmerman. As the Eagles head back the other way, Barnes up floor. Knight will get called with a traveling violation. Their 6th turnover now of the ball game. Back in comes Ava Cook. Addison Denny will now have a seat. Got to looking to be aggressive right here if you're Wapahani. As that one, again, will be thrown out of bounds. We've got to find a way to get to the rim. Again, Barnes playing with 2 fouls right now. You've got to get the ball into the hands of, whoever she's guarding. Find a way to pick up some more fouls on her here. Marshall back out to Barnes here on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Knight. The 3 is up. No good. Backside rebound by Marshall. And that's an offensive foul on Marshall. So that will be her 2nd. Team's 1st here of the quarter. The 7th turnover now for the Eagles. But Wapahani's got to make them pay right here. You're getting a couple defensive stops right here. We've got to translate that into points here on the offensive end. Koger here in the corner. The 3 is up. I got to be honest with you. I couldn't tell if she was. It kind of looked like she was fouled, but they're saying that the shot was blocked, and that's the reason why that the basketball went where it did. But another turnover. Knight, no good. Richardson there with a rebound. Her 1st here of the night. Baker trying to find her way through. And again, for whatever reason, the clock did not start on the screen. I apologize again about that. So the foul on Barnes. Okay, so that I said that Barnes just now picked up her 2nd. I'm not sure how that is, but Okay, we'll roll with it. The timeout taken here by Delta. This will be their second charge timeout here tonight. So we'll try to get this figured out here during the quick timeout. We'll be back with more here on the WHS Network. All right, folks, again, welcome back. So, again, we tried figuring this out. I guess they must have, at some point, switched a foul off of Barnes and gave the foul to someone else. The fouls we do have are correct. I end up switching that off of Barnes, so Barnes does officially have 2 fouls now, as well as Olivia Marshall and then Elizabeth Bambadelli, and then Jillian Barr with 1. So 7 team fouls total, and so everything's all correct, but we just want to make sure and relay that information to all you fine folks out there. Koger finds Richardson here in the right side corner. Back out here to Cook out near the 10-foot volleyball line. Just touch over 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Cook for 2, no good. Rebounded by Knight. And Barr fouled on her way to the basket. The foul be on Ava Cook, her second. Team's first here of the quarter. And Barr will head to the line for 2 of them. So the first one up and good. In comes Addison Denny. So Fitzgerald will have a seat. And good there on the second one as well. Barr so far has been perfect from the line. Coming into the ball game, she shot 44%. Tonight, she's hit every single one of them. Koger now to Baker. Spin move. .4:20 to go here in the first half. Left side here, Knight will send it up top here. That's number 3, Jacqueline Lynn. Right back here on the left wing, Barr. Dribbles there to the right side elbow. She'll give way. Timmerman now to Lynn. And that pass deflected and taken away. That is now the 9th turnover for Delta. Up top, Denny now to Cook. Drives it to the right block. And that pass picked off. And now Delta will throw it away. So that's now their 10th. So we'll get Maddie Grove now subbing in here for the first time this evening. She'll check in for Addison Denny. So Fitzgerald checks back in. Zoe Koger will have a seat. Also, we'll see number 20, Jocelyn Trosper, now in the game for the Eagles. Okay, now that everybody figured out what they should be doing here, now we're off and running again. So again, the Eagles have Lynn, Timmerman, Trosper. That should have been a travel. Also, they have number 21, Gracie Maurer in. And I believe that's it. And then Griffin Knight. Great positioning right there by Trosper. Missed the layup, though, and then fouled it right on the way back up. This looks to be on Maddie Grove, and indeed it will be. So Grove will pick up her first, team's second of the quarter, and it will be Jocelyn Trosper at the line for two of them. And catches the front of the rim. And no good there on the second one. Baker step back three. And unfortunately couldn't get that one to fall this time around. Knight will now be fouled on the shot, so she will also head to the free throw line. Fouls on 24, Nola Baker, her first. Team's third. So again, Griffin Knight at the line for two of them. Coming into the night, she is 5 of 8, 63% there from the charity stripe. The second of two. Cash is in on that one as well. It's now 4 points now for Griffin Knight. Fitzgerald picks it up, now finds Cook. Drives to the middle of the lane. Richardson now drives the right side. Shots up, no good. Knight off the mark, rebounded by Timmerman. Now out there to Lynn. The Knight with the lay-in. Again, make sure to tune in. We'll have our halftime report coming up here in a few moments. Again, just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Step back three for Baker, no good. Rebounded by Knight. Again, we'll recap the first half. And again, talk about upcoming broadcasts. You know, as I mentioned earlier, we have a very, very busy week ahead as Knight finds a way to get that one to go, falling down and all. The foul will be on number 25, Fitzgerald, her third, team's fourth. But again, we'll be back at it tomorrow night, and then Monday night. The Raiders will be on the road. The Lady Raiders, that is, will be on the road at Westdale. Still not quite sure. We might try to go do that game potentially. But then the Raider boys basketball team will open up their season on Tuesday night at Central, playing in the historic Walnut Street Fieldhouse. And then on Saturday night, a couple days after Thanksgiving, we'll travel to Pendleton as your Raiders, the Raider boys basketball team will take on the Arabians. So we've got a we've got a heavy dose of basketball action coming your way here within the next week. Again, tonight pretty much starts us all off with a very busy next 4 months, as we'll have a legal screen here on number 32, Addison Denny. That's her third, team's fifth. So in comes Koger. Denny will have a seat. Maurer for two. That rattles on home. Got a triple screen right there with Cook, Koger, and Grove. And that pass picked off. Nice hands right there from Grove. Nearly got the takeaway. That's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Delta. A good job there by Wapahani defensively, getting a couple of deflections there on the inside. So Timmerman out near half court. Right side screen by Lynn. And I would assume that the Eagles will try to hold for the last shot of the half. Maybe not. Trosper goes to work and will get fouled. So the foul on Grove will be her second. So Trosper again at the line for two of them. Second of two. Catches the front of the rim. Rebounded there by Cook. For second on the night. Ninth for two. No good. And that will do it here for the first half. Delta leads at 37-4. Stick around here with us, folks. Again, we'll have our halftime report coming up. Again, this is our Sam Pierce Chevrolet game night action here on the WHS Network. We'll step aside and we'll be back with more right after these messages.
Hi, this is Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home is a real estate company that prioritizes community involvement, and we have a humans over houses philosophy. We specialize in both property listings and buyer representation, ensuring top-notch service with top producing agents. Our mission is, and has always been, to enrich people's lives by helping them find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate consistently maintains open communication, and we build trust through honesty and integrity. Whether you're listing $1 million property in a gated community, or you are a first-time home buyer just starting the process, at Next Home Elite Real Estate, our agents are committed to providing exceptional service and expertise. We actively participate and invest in local events, local sponsorships, charities, and initiatives to strengthen community bonds. Our agents love being a corporate sponsor to Ball State University, and when you choose Next Home Elite Real Estate, you never know who you're going to run into.
After working with Next Home Elite Real Estate, I knew that I would be choosing them for future transactions simply because they communicated throughout the entire process, they were friendly, and they were tenacious marketers working for me so I can achieve my goals.
Voted as the best real estate company in Muncie's quest for the best, I want you to know we are more than a real estate company. We're part of your community. We are creating lasting relationships and emphasizing the human element in every transaction.
A lot of times, a new home is a joyous event, a promotion, a celebration of marriage, relocation, but this wasn't that type of event. We needed someone in a company who cared about us, who showed compassion and empathy. Our realtor was with us the entire time. He sat and grieved with my sisters and I. He realized that this wasn't about money, but about taking care of our family home.
When you're ready to buy or sell a home, contact Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-729-5181 or visit our website at mynexthomeelite.com.
All right, folks, again, welcome back here on the WHS Network. We'd like to take some time right here to thank some of our sponsors this evening. Again, a big thanks here to Next Home Elite Real Estate hometown realtor Courtney Felton. Great teams win with heart, hustle, communication, and trust. And those are some great values that Next Home Elite hometown realtor Courtney Felton brings to every real estate move. Whether you're buying or selling, she is there to use her local roots to meet your real estate needs every step of the way. Call Courtney Felton at 765-748-6334 for all of your real estate needs. Also a big thanks here to Henry Community Health Director of Sports Medicine, Tony Cox. At Henry Community Health and Sports Medicine, enhancing performance, we take care of our Raiders. Tony Cox is your certified athletic trainer, and he's here to get our athletes back in the game and to help them get better, stronger, and faster than ever before. Tony is a Director of Sports Medicine, now in his 19th year and 47th year overall in the field. And so there is no shortage of experience as Tony has helped high school, college, and professional athletes get back to a high-level performance. For all of your rehab and recovery needs, contact Tony Cox with Henry Community Health Sports Medicine Performance Enhancement at 765-521-1131. Also, big thanks here to Air Park Door, located at 321 West Ontario Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Air Park Door has been voted as Muncie's quest for the best for the level of professionalism and knowledge they possess, along with the quality service they provide for a reasonable price. For more information, check them out on Facebook at Air Park Door and contact them at 765-741-3667. Again, that is 765-741-3667 for all of your garage door needs. Also, we'd like to send out a big thanks here to Taylor Architects, Inc. They're a full-service, client-focused architecture firm that provides personal service to you and their clients in the development of high-quality facilities for a variety of building types. For more information, give Taylor Architects, Inc. a call at 765-288-3615 and check out their website at www.taylorarchitectsinc.com. Also, a special thanks here to Austin Rich, Next Home Elite Real Estate Realtor. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, Austin Rich provides a consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a market plan that provides superior service to all of his clients without compromise. For all of your real estate needs, contact Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. Next, we would like to thank Sam Pierce Chevrolet, located at 1241 West County Road 550 South in Daleville, Indiana. Sam Pierce is your trusted Chevrolet dealership and the reason why loyal customers keep coming back. They're known for their friendly style of service and stock with brand new and pre-owned vehicles, along with offering competitive lease deals, finance options, and a top-of-line auto service. For more information, give them a call at 765-387-4287 and go to sampierchevy.com to find your next vehicle. Again, that is Sam Pierce Chevrolet. The best deals are in the country. All right, so this is what it looks like here at the half here, folks. Again, it's Delta 37, Wapahani 4. Plain simple as this. You know, the Raiders have got to take better care of the basketball. They had 28 first-half turnovers. And that's a good bulk of the reason why Delta has 37 points. And so, if we clean things up offensively, I'm not saying we're going to come back and win this thing, because, we've dug ourselves a pretty deep hole, but, you just got to keep fighting, got to keep clawing, and never give up and never give in. So we'll see what the second half has in store for us. We'll be back with more right after this message. All right, folks, again, welcome back in tonight's game presented by Sam Pierce Chevrolet, a proud sponsor here of us on the WHS Network. As we begin the second half, Delta with possession of the basketball and in possession of a 33-point lead. Now, I will tell you all right here, right now, at the 35-point mark, which Delta just got to, it will now be a running clock the rest of the way. So unless if there's a free throw, free throw shot for any team, then the clock will eventually stop. But other than that, it's full go the rest of the way. And they end up stopping the clock anyway. So we... Okay, so now we're good to go. We was waiting for the clock operator to continue running the clock right there. Obviously, you're used to always starting and stopping everything when there's, a foul or ball goes out of bounds, whatever the case might be. By the way, that foul was on Olivia Marshall there of Delta. Knight with a corner three. That will be up and rattles in and out, no good. Rebounded there by Fitzgerald. Her second rebound here on the night. Barnes to the right side of Ambadelli. Marshall there with a screen. Up top, Barr will take the top of the key three. No good. Rebounded there by Knight. Barnes gets to the paint area and kisses that one off the glass there for 2 more. Barnes now only with 5 points here on the night, averages 18 coming into the ball game. Koger drives the baseline, nothing available, and we'll throw that one away. Again, Baker has all 4 points so far here on the evening. All 4 of them have came from the free throw line. So again, Elise Word shooting 100% there from the charity stripe. Rebounded there by Baker, her 4th on the night. Up floor to Koger. Dish down low, Fitzgerald. Will lose that one out of bounds. Last touched by Delta. So it'll be Noah Baker to inbound it here along the baseline for Wapahani. Denny for 3, no good. Good looking shot though. Just unfortunately couldn't get that one to fall. So Barnes out near half court, guarded there by Cook. Now on to Bamadelli. Gets it down low to Marshall. Knight on to Barnes. The 3 is up, no good. Rebounded there by Denny. That's her first here on the night. Got under 5 minutes to play here in the third. Koger, corner 3, no good. Fitzgerald there with a rebound. Back to Koger. 2-point bucket up and good. So Koger there with her first points on the night. And that one out of bounds. Last touch there by the Eagles. So that'll be their first turnover here in the second half. They had 10 in the first half. Again, a team that averages on the season 17.8 turnovers per ball game. Koger back here in the corner. Now outside here, Baker back to Koger. Inside the 3-point line. No good. Rebounded by Barnes. That one rattled in and right back out. Tough break there for Koger, but a good-looking shot. Barnes finagles her way inside and will be fouled, and it's going to be on the shot. So the foul on Denny. So her 4th, team's first error of the quarter, as Barnes will be up and good here on the first one. In comes number 21, Gracie Maurer here for Delta. For Wapahani, we'll have number 23, Bella Richardson. And so we will go ahead and dock that time down just a little bit more, 3:30. Baker left side shot, in and out, no good. Got her own rebound, can't get the putback to go. And a foul on the ground before any kind of shot. So the foul on number 21, Ava Cook, her 3rd, team 2nd. In comes number 22, Janiyah Johnson. And we will get a timeout on the floor taken here by Wapahani. So they will have 1 timeout remaining. We will step aside for a timeout here as well. It is 43-6. Delta leads it here in the 3rd. All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. We got 2:34 to play here in the third. And again, following the timeout, it's going to be Delta basketball. Addison Barnes to inbound for the Eagles along the baseline. Again, tonight's game presented by Sam Pierce Chevrolet. As Gracie Maurer up and good there for two more. Again, we can't express enough our appreciation for all of our sponsors and all that they do for us, and for all of basically what they do for our student athletes here as well. That pass picked off. Baker up and good for two. So Baker now with 6 points, 6 of Wapahani's 8. The other 2 came from Coger. Inside, Johnson up and good for 2. Solid defense there from Fitzgerald, though. Kept their hands straight up in the air. Didn't necessarily let her back down. But she was just able to get the shot up and over the hands and through the bottom of the net. Again, I still wouldn't say bad defense by any means. There's Noah Baker there with a left hand. And so the Raiders have now reached double digits. Johnson, no good. Richardson ends up coming away there with a rebound. Her second here on the night. And then she'll get that one taken away, and then Delta gives it right back to us. And there's Fitzgerald up and good for 2. Starting to find a little bit of momentum right here on offense. Scored 8 points now here in the quarter. More than doubles what the Raiders scored there in the first half. And again, that's not, I don't want anybody taking that as, oh, well, that's a slam. No, I mean, again, I'm just calling what's happened so far. And right now here in this third quarter, at least here within these last about 3 minutes or so, 3 or 4 minutes, starting to find some offense right here. And what's been, definitely an offensive, stressful night, no doubt. But Wapahani's kind of found their way right here towards the end of this third quarter. And that will do it here for the third. So it's 49-12 here at the end of 3. Stick around here with us. The fourth coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome back here as we start things off here in this fourth quarter here tonight. Again, Wapahani 12, Delta 49. And we will have a loose ball, jump ball, and that will favor Delta. So another turnover right there, the 6th of the evening here for Wapahani, at least here in the second half, that is. Down low to Johnson. Out to Bamadelli. Finds Timmerman out near half court. Lynn now to Johnson. Pass fake, takes it, drives it right, and will be fouled on the way up. So again, that foul was on Addison Denny. And that was her 5th, team's first here of the quarter. And Addison got her money's worth, no doubt about that one. Off the mark there on the first one there by Johnson. Again, coming into the evening, 7 of 14, 50% from the line. There's Lanaya Johnson. The second of 2 will be no good. Rebounded by Savannah Fitzgerald. That's her 4th rebound now of the night. Baker pushing up 4 quickly. Out to Richardson. The handoff to Koger out near the 10-foot volleyball line. Koger right side 3. Cashing in from downtown. Yes! Koger with a rainmaker, baby. Come on. To the inside of Maurer there at the free throw line, and that's going to be a travel. 5th turnover now, the half for the Eagles. In comes number 13, Addison Maurer for Delta. Richardson here on the left wing. Nice screen there from Fitzgerald. Stop, pop, no good. Fitzgerald with the rebound, her 5th. And Baker will not get the reverse lay-in to go. And a three-pointer good. That was number 13, Addison Maurer. Comes right into the ball game and knocks one down. Double screen there near the high post area. Baker finds Koger, another 3 on the way. No good that time, but a great look. Nice pass from Baker. Good looking shot there from Koger. Unfortunately couldn't get the fall this time around, but still, we're starting to see some flow here on offense a little bit more. And that will be rebounded there by Koger, and then ends up stepping out of bounds while attempting to throw the ball off of the Delta defender. So ends up in a turnover there for the Raiders. Man, Maurer comes right to the game and making a splash. Back-to-back threes there for the young lady. Baker out near half court, drives it right on the Koger. And Timmerman right there. Got a little handsy, grabbed the shoulder there of Baker. It's her first, team's first here of the quarter. And we'll have a timeout here now on the floor. This will be taken by Wapahani, so this will be their final timeout here of the evening. It will be a full timeout. So again, please stick around here, folks. Again, it is 55-15 with 3:45 to play here in this one. All right, welcome back in here with, again, tonight's game presented by Sam Pierce Chevrolet. It's Delta 55, Wapahani 15. So it will be Wapahani basketball again returning from the timeout. Baker to inbound. Finds Koger near the right side wing. Dribbles up top, now to the weak side, and was trying to get that ball to Baker. But again, just communication issue right there, and ends up landing a turnover. That's our 8th turnover here of the half, and gives us 36 now on the evening. And comes Claire Merle. So she will enter the ball game here for the first time this evening. Baker will have a seat, so I would assume, I don't know this for a fact, but I would assume that her night will be over with. Okay, I'm not quite sure what there was to talk about, but there was a foul here on Bella Richardson. Her second, team second. 2 of them there for Jacqueline Lynn. Here comes number 45, J.C. Sexton. Fitzgerald will have a seat. And knocked home the second as well. In comes Maya Mitchell. So Koger also will have a seat. Cook going to the rim right there, but fouled on the way up. So the foul here on Gracie Maurer, her first, team second.
And the Cook on the line for the Raiders.
Knocked home the second one. They end up starting the clock early, which that's fine, whatever. But again, Cook cashes in on 1 of 2, as Johnson will be up and good there for 2 more. 4 points now for her on the night. With 2 minutes to play. Again, we'll have a very short Raiders Live post-game show at the conclusion of this one here tonight. Richardson up top here to Cook. Merle will take the shot. That one's going to be up and good. The bank is open for Claire Merle. Nicely done. And a lay in there for 2 more for Johnson. Off the mark right there. So right here, I would hope to think if you're Delta, obviously the game's out of reach, I would just go ahead and dribble this out and roll on to their 5th win of the year. Again, Wapahani will now fall to 1-1. Again, they'll be right back at it. Got to have a short memory. We'll be back at it tomorrow night, again right here at home, taking on MEC conference opponent Daleville. In JV start time 6 o'clock. With the varsity game to follow. So again, obviously not quite the night that we was hoping for, and I'm sure the girls were hoping for, but it is what it is. Again, roll the punches and keep on going, keep working and getting better. As this ball game is over. Final score here tonight, Delta 61, Wapahani 18. So again, the Raiders now fall to 1-1. Delta improves to 5-0 here on the season. Again, stay right here with us. We'll have our Raiders Live post-game show coming up here on the WHS Network.
Be careful on your returns, but please help us by disposing.
Digs it out. Hunzinger with a setup to Rivers. Rivers delivers. Pass to the basket. Gets the friendly roll to go right there. Ava Cook now with 4 points to go here. Drives, finds Camden Bell. Right wing three is up. And good. Yes. Camden Bell making it rain, baby. Carroll for battling in this bat so far. The 1-2 pitch. Gets her swinging for strike three. A job well done by Zoe Koger. Getting the strikeout for out 3-1. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the left center field and gone! Quentin James with a big fly of his own, a 2-run shot. All right, folks, and welcome back here with our Raiders Live postgame show, again presented by Air Park Door, proud sponsor of the WHS Network. Delta defeats your Wapahani Raiders 61-18, your final score here tonight. No doubt a rough night at the office here for the Lady Raiders. Again, I'm not going to sit here and ramble on. It just wasn't our night. I'll just leave it at that. Things happen. A lot of things to clean up. There were still some things that we did good. I don't think that you should always just focus on nothing but all the bad things. There were some good things we did. I'll tell you one thing. I really liked how we shot the basketball from the free throw line tonight. We were 5 of 6, finished up with 83% there from the free throw line, and so you got to take little victories here and there. But no doubt, yes, it's going to be a work in progress. But I would encourage the girls, just to not get discouraged. It's always easy to be disappointed and discouraged and really get down not only on yourself but on the team when you end up taking a lopsided loss like this. The turnovers, we had 36 turnovers tonight. Yeah, I mean that's no doubt disappointing, but you've got to keep working hard. Get back in the gym tomorrow night. You have a conference opponent, first conference game of the year, there against Daleville, and so we've got to take care of business. Not only do you have to defend home court, but then it's your first conference game of the year. That's one of your goals every single season, is to win your conference. And that starts tomorrow night against Daleville. So, again, have a short memory, but understand you've got to find a way to get better. And you got to put your best foot forward starting once again tomorrow night. But I think that, These girls, the talent is there, and I would like to think that the work ethic is also there. Now you've just got to find a way to put it all together and balance that out with gaining experience as well. Because, again, this team is just so inexperienced at the varsity level. Majority of them have never played varsity. Some of them have, played a few minutes here or there. And, then you have, like Ava Cook, Zoe Koger, that, they played some, but it wasn't like an every game occurrence where they was getting 15, 20 minutes a game, and so really you're starting over with a brand new team in a lot of ways. So, I hope they don't get discouraged and get themselves down, because there's work to be done. And, I know that they're capable of going out here and being productive and winning ball games. Just an outstanding group of young ladies. They're well coached. Just got to get back at it tomorrow. That's about all you can do. You can't dwell on tonight. Learn, get better, and get back at it tomorrow night right here from Raider Gymnasium. So, again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in here this evening. Special thanks again to all of our sponsors, Sam Pierce Chevrolet, Next Home Elite Real Estate, Realtor Austin Rich, Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, Taylor Architects, Inc., Alfred Ronson Customs, Next Home Elite Real Estate Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton, as well as Air Park Door, Signed by Ash, Some American Legion Post 437, Dr. Carrot J. Wolf, DDSPC, East Jackson Auto Sales, and Henry Community Health Director of Sports Medicine, Tony Cox. So again, thank you to all of our sponsors. And again, we'll be back at it tomorrow night. Wapahani, Daleville, MEC action, JV start time of 6 o'clock, varsity game to follow. Final line score here for the Raiders tonight. They were led by Nola Baker with 8 points and 5 rebounds. Zoe Koger, 5 points and 1 rebound. Next we have Savannah Fitzgerald, 2 points, 5 rebounds. Claire Merle with 2 points. Ava Cook with 1.2 rebounds. Bella Richardson with 2 rebounds, and Maya Mitchell with 1 rebound there for the grand total. Also Addison Denny with 1 rebound as well. I can't remember if I mentioned her, but again there for the grand total of 18 points. So thanks again for tuning in here tonight. Be back at it tomorrow night, folks, 6 p.m. We hope to see you then. Until next time, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying good night from Raider Gymnasium.